Hello and welcome to Jedi and the Mailman, the show where two old friends aim to deliver the best Star Wars talk in the galaxy. I am Mike the Mailman, and that's Jimmy the Jedi. Check out Explore the Force this week, their podcast. It is a throwback episode. The gang is back together again. They brought in the Taylor. Commander Taylor is back for the latest episode to talk about the man with the purple lightsaber, Mace Windu.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun to have us all back together. We've already chatted about her coming back on. The founding three together was a good time, good energy.
Yeah.
Taylor always brings awesome energy and a huge love for Star Wars. She's been busy with family stuff. She moved it to the zoo. I mean, she's living on the zoo, man. Like, that's crazy. And I forgot to tell you something because I know we hopped on here a little bit late, but I'll tell you some stuff that she got to be part of that's coming out later. It's awesome.
Amazing.
And she's doing good things, and it was really fun to catch up to her. We talk a lot on like Facebook and stuff like that, Messenger. We talk a ton, especially about the books, and she still needs that outlet, like for the whole reason we started this. But yeah, she'll be back on. We got some, I just think she needed some time. That's a big move. Like, that's adjusting the whole family and things like that. So no, but we were really pumped to get us all back together, and it felt like we hadn't missed a beat. You know what I mean? Like, we're all right back there together, and like we hadn't. I mean, I think she was, she took some time off in May, I believe. So it's been a while, but it felt like we had never like really taken a break. The daddy is here. Oh boy. More Wookiee love scenes. All right. So
yeah, it was a great episode to bring her back on too, because like you said, she's all about the books and just ripping through all the Star Wars literature and whatnot.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, it was a good discussion. Like you said, just right back to your old ways. It was a lot of fun. Really good listen.
Yeah, it was fun. It was a good time. It was a fun topic. I've been wanting to do because I wasn't allowed to call the episode "I Hate Mace Windu" because we thought we might get like all kinds of like hate and stuff like that, just given the how everything goes. So we just did love him, hate him. And, but people just misconstrue. Like, I don't like his character. It doesn't mean I don't like him. Like,
right.
I love Mace. I mean, I don't love Mace Windu. That was the whole. It's a completely wrong argument. I love Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah.
He's iconic, man. Like, he's just I love seeing him in interviews. I love seeing his movies, and then so, but yeah, Mace Windu doesn't vibe for me for some reason. Honestly, best purple master. Oh yeah. And then I'm going to use that Microsoft joke. Thank you. It's a new thing. I'm pretty pleased with that.
Yeah, the dad joke section to start the episode every week.
Yeah. So what did he say, Tiara? I'm tired. I've been up. Also, I always want to give everyone a fair warning too. So I woke up at like 2:30 in the morning. I'm always afraid I'm going to oversleep. And then, of course, when you wake up at 2:30 in the morning, you have to be up at 4:40 and get back to sleep. So I'm like, try to take a nap. We'll see how this, my brain's a little foggy. But, Mike, how has your week been, man?
Pretty good. It's been busy. I don't know if you know this, but people shop a lot online nowadays. I think this online shopping thing is really taking off.
You think it might stick?
I think it might. And I'll tell you, man, every year it's just earlier and earlier. And from this year, we went right from the election, having all the election mail and whatnot to deliver to just, it's Christmas season and the packages have just exploded. And yeah, just been working hard. And it gets really dark really early now. So the days, it's like you wake up in the dark and you come home and it's dark and there's no time for anything.
When we swam, remember?
Oh, yeah.
High school.
6 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. So Mike and I were on the swim team together. He said, "My friend, your devotion to rules is sometimes inspiring, sometimes." Yes.
Excellent.
I did not have time to like go through all the Mace Windu stuff I wanted to. I was reading comics and we were finishing. I mean, I finished that book the morning of. Just could not. It's a weird book.
Yeah.
But yeah. But yeah, I can imagine like for you, I know I get up pretty early and I just go. So I get it. Being out
Yep.
there and it can't be fun. But
Yep.
they've already started, Tahoe.
Oh
They've
yeah.
already started. I got stuff at Target on Saturday that
Yeah.
was on sale
Yeah. If
online,
you go
and
on,
all those
yep,
crazy
you go
deals.
on Amazon or Walmart.com or any of those places, they are all advertising Black Friday deals already, and people are definitely taking advantage.
Tiara is a fellow swimmer. All
Nice.
right.
She was the anchor for the freestyle medley relay.
There you go.
I was the anchor for the medley relay too because I swim freestyle.
Yeah.
I was the I was the lead leg of the other relays because
Yeah.
I could jump off those blocks like nobody's business.
Yeah, crafting on right across. We won't hold that against her. I was actually
Yeah.
wanted to do. Well, remind me before we do. I want to show everybody Tiara's new store because she's got some cool stuff in that. But
Is
we'll
it
get
up and live now?
it's up and live now.
Awesome.
I can delete those uh, what do you want to call them, like illegal photos I had of all of her stuff. But it's really awesome. And but yeah, let's we have a couple things we want to talk about real quick. Then we want to dive into this because we'd love to finish episode 10. I don't think it's going to happen, but so today, Mike. So you brought it up. We want to go ahead and talk about it.
Sure. I don't know if I don't remember what the who the article was by or from. It's out
Vanity
there on the
Fair.
internet.
Well, I don't know which one. Which one are we doing first? The Ahsoka thing.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll look for that real quick while you're chatting
Yeah,
about it.
because I mean, I think it's popped up on a few different things. People are talking about it. It's out there, but it seems like in the wake of the acolytes, not doing well with the streaming numbers and whatnot, they're pulling back on a lot of things. And this article was just talking about how the Ahsoka series episode, or I'm sorry, season 3 is canceled before it's even begun. And I mean, it really did. I could guess that's the headline, but it's not even really that. Like, they want to make sure that season 2 is wrapped up in a way that they can end the series after season 2, unless it does really well, and then they can go into a series 3 or season 3.
Well, yeah, and then there's also I know like a guy who loves Star Wars today on his live feed. He talked about like it's going into the movies. Like everything's headed towards these movies.
Mm-hmm.
So and then but it's just the terminology they're using. They're so why has it got to be canceled? Like why? I mean, I know why because they want clicks. Like we want these
Yeah.
clicks. The same reason I didn't say I hate Mace Windu on like it'll get a lot of clicks. I'm like that's not really the conversation we're having. We were afraid of what kind of people we would draw,
Yeah.
if we made our thing like that. But where's your hat from Mailman? From Mailman.
My hat is from Jimmy. Jimmy made this hat and sent it to me. It was a nice gift. When did I get this?
I don't.
It's been a while now.
Been a while.
Yeah,
So
sometime in the spring or summer. Yeah, it just came in the mail, and I've been rocking it ever since.
there you go. There's only 4 of them in existence, folks. We are actually thinking about getting a store up and running, and we were inspired by Tiara.
Yeah.
Although we can't do cool designs like she does, but so
I'm
but
sure
yeah,
she could help you guys out.
she probably could. She probably could. Yeah, I don't know. I was taken aback. Like, how are you going to talk about canceling season 3 before you even have season 2
Yeah.
filmed? We don't know anywhere. We don't know where any of it's going. It just seems like some. Plus, I mean, you have the second in charge basically of Lucasfilm and Dave Filoni, and everybody knows that that's his girl, Ahsoka,
Yeah.
right? I mean, he's
Yeah.
brought her back. Twice now? I think she's back from the brink, and even if she dies, I want to see a body before I believe she'll be actually dead. So, but yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. To me, it's just it's a sad narrative on where Disney is right now with Star Wars.
Yeah.
They don't, like we've talked about, they don't seem to have a plan. They seem to be scared of committing to anything or trying anything. I mean, whatever happened with the Acolyte, I don't get it. We've talked about it before. It was a good show. It had its faults, but it didn't resonate with the people. So losing all that money, it just seems to have them scared, and they're just pulling back on everything and just kind of hedging their bets with everything, and they don't want to commit to anything. It doesn't seem.
Yeah, no, it's a pretty negative place that we're in, honestly. Like, I am slightly fearful that like they could just say, all right, we're done with Star Wars. Like, it's not worth the nonsense.
I don't think
But
that's
then
going to happen. But
they'll drop a movie and it'll make $1 billion, and
mm,
so we'll see. Real quick before I forget, I want to do this before I forget. We'll move on to the next thing. If I can. Man, I am out of it. All right, here we go. I apologize, everyone. It's been a long one. So here we go. So if you go to TR Crafting on Ilum, myshopify.com, you see she's got some cool stuff up on here. I have my carts ready to go. It's got about $50 worth of stuff in there. I just waiting for payday. But it's Bale & Skull shirts. Let's see if I can bring it up. Yeah, look at that sucker. That's the man. All right. I'm a little sad that she didn't use me as one of the models, but people like to see.
she's trying to sell things, Jimmy. She's trying to sell things.
But all the Star Wars dads out there rocking the dad bod want to know how the shirt's going to fit the dad bod. So it's not this handsome fellow over here. I mean, he's got hair and everything. That's not fair, right? So, but yeah, so you get this. I like it in black personally because that's I think that's pretty cool too.
There you go. Yeah.
Got stickers and all these different things. So yeah, go check that out. Crafting on Ilum, myshopify.com. She's got lots of cool stuff on there. I don't know when it closes. Hopefully not in a bit. I think I'm ordering my stuff next week. So my cart is filled and ready to go. Mike, you got a shirt from there, right?
I do. I'm wearing it right now.
Nice. There we go. The Kanan shirt. Very cool. So, and then the next topic, and this is causing Mike and I a little bit of anxiety. Maybe not Mike, but causing me anxiety, is they have moved the what? 12/7?
Wow.
For real?
You better act fast, Jimmy.
All right.
There you go.
Yeah.
She's willing to take a gamble on it.
12/7. Goodness gracious. I better hurry up and do that then. That's a quick turnaround. All right.
Yeah.
Where was I? Oh, yeah. So they have changed the release date for Skeleton Crews episodes 1 and 2 premiere will now be this coming Monday. And then for some reason, but then every other episode will be on Tuesdays, which Mike and I have been in discussions for, because Mike, tell them what 2 of those Tuesdays are.
Well, one of those Tuesdays is Christmas Eve. And if you know what comes a week after Christmas Eve, New Year's Eve. So, we've been talking about this for, ever since we saw the release schedule, and, what are we going to do with our after show shows? Because we both want to stay married. We can't be podcasting or whatever you want to call this, YouTubing on Christmas Eve or New Year's Eve. So a lot of discussion on what we're going to do, where we're going to move those to, how we're going to pull this off. But then, like you said, we get this latest news that they're going to release the first episodes on the Monday rather than Tuesday.
Yeah, I just don't understand.
I mean, I think they're going to change the whole release schedule. I think if the Monday works out okay for them, I think they're just going to go with Mondays because, like I said before we jumped on here, I don't think they realized that what their schedule is looking like. I don't think they realized that, oh crap, we're releasing one of these on Christmas Eve and we're releasing another one on New Year's Eve. I mean, I don't think that's going to work.
I understand that, like, I was on with, like I said, I was on a guy who loves Star Wars live feed today, and we're chatting in the thing, and I was like, oh, is anyone upset that it's on these days? And one lady's like, well, no, I don't celebrate the Christian holidays. And I'm like, that's fine, but like, isn't like even if you don't, because she said she didn't even celebrate New Year's. She waited, it was until March because she was Indigenous, which I thought was pretty cool. I wish you could talk to her. Like I know they try to keep people from being creepy on those things, you know. And I'm like, oh
Yeah.
my gosh, like talk. I want to know about, you know what I mean? Like not in a
Mhm.
creepy way, but I just want to know, like, tell me about yourself. Like this is
Yeah.
cool. And
Mhm.
I didn't really get to have a conversation with her because that thing goes so fast. But you know, so I was like, well, I mean, you know, I'm not super religious or anything, but I didn't think about that. But I
Yeah.
still think like New Year's Eve parties are still going to be, even if you're not
Mhm.
celebrating New Year's Eve, you're gonna be
Yeah.
New Year's Eve parties and things like that, and you know
Mhm.
Christmas Eve, like
And I
you
mean,
know,
honestly, I don't know what the number is, but I would imagine at least 75% of the people in the United States celebrate Christmas, whether you're religious or not. I'm not religious, but I love Christmas. I think of it more as like a Yule celebration. I'm not celebrating the birth of Jesus Christ. I'm just celebrating because it's Christmas time, you know,
yeah,
time to give out presents and have a nice winter holiday. So yeah, I mean, it's odd. I don't know.
yeah, it was
It's
weird. I know we've been concerned about that. You know, with this business, like you know, we said is you sit there and you wait until Tuesday to do it like we normally would, then you're already, you know, 24 hours behind. I don't know how much it matters, but we'll figure it out. And as soon as we figure it out, we'll let you guys know.
yeah. I mean,
But
honestly, it doesn't matter one way or the other. We like the idea of jumping on right after the show because it does give you a certain sort of a different kind of show. You know, you don't have the time to digest it and think about it
and we
and put
haven't been
together and
influenced by
everything.
anybody
It's
else either.
right. It's just our immediate reaction, and I think
Yeah,
that brings something to it. So
friends,
hopefully we
family,
can
and whiskey.
work something out.
Yeah, so we'll let you everybody
Friends,
know.
family, and whiskey. Yes,
Yeah, there you
sir.
go. So, um, yeah, so we'll figure it out. Let you guys know. I mean, I'm excited. I wish I have a swim meet that day though, so
Hmm.
we're trying to work that out. I think we'll be done by 8 o'clock, so I might be able to like watch it as we're traveling home or whatever. Anyways, we'll get it all sorted. We'll let you guys know. We will be doing it. We still haven't decided what we're doing for the Christmas and New Year's Eve. Because if it came on earlier, but I mean,
Yeah, that's
geez,
the
like
other thing too. Like I said, it's a kids show, and they're releasing at 9 o'clock night Eastern. Of course, 6 o'clock on the West Coast. So if all you're concerned about is the West Coast, that's fine. But us on the East Coast are suffering.
yeah, it's not. I don't know how fair it is.
I don't know. It's one of those things you can't like. It's not like cable TV in the old days. You know, it came out at one time on the East Coast and Central Time, and then another time for Mountain and West Time. We're too connected now that you can't have staggered release times. Everything has to come out at
No.
one time. So
Well,
you
social
gotta
media it'll be spoiled for people and
exactly.
both
Yeah.
or but yeah, so we'll let you know. I think it's weird. I do think if it's successful on a Monday that they'll probably say, "Oh, we're just going to keep it on Mondays because you know we screwed this up." And that's
Hmm.
two pretty big, two pretty big holidays for a large portion
Yeah.
of the world. Even I mean, not just in
Yeah.
the states, but like
Right.
you know, so. And again, we're not saying that that's the only reason. Just that is
Right.
a large portion of people and
Hmm.
viewers. So, but yeah. So we are here tonight to try to finish episode 10.
That is what we planned, wasn't it?
We plan that, and then of course we'll take a hiatus ones until after January 14th, and Mike and I will almost be 50 after that date hits.
Holy cow.
Um, so, and then once that's over, we'll continue this journey if we feel like it's where we want to go. But yeah, so where do we want to start? We want to recap what we have so far, or
Yeah, I think we should recap it real quick and then
all right.
throw
So
out some new ideas.
this all kind of started because Mike mostly read that article about. I sent the article to Mike about Rey being the only like legacy character left really in Star Wars, and so we decided. Then they had the movie coming out in 2026, and that's been canceled, and then they hired. Oh my gosh, why can't I think of his name?
Kinberg,
Simon
Simon
Kinberg.
Kinberg.
Simon Kinberg,
I
thank
pulled
you.
that out my butt.
Yeah, there you go. Simon Kinberg. And then so he's supposedly writing trilogy. I don't know if we ever have been officially announced or anything like that, but those are the rumors. Um, so we decided, all right, let's write our own version of this. And So, granted, Mike and I have no training in writing movies, and this will be terrible, but it'll be a lot of fun. And we've had a lot of help last week, right? Our bad guy crime syndicate, the Unkindness. Thank you for that, Tiara, crafting on Elam. She said, because we were making fun of the Baltimore Ravens, and we wanted to make them the bad guys as they should be in the real world. And so our crime syndicate is called the Unkindness. But anyway, so we have the opening scene. Rey's going to be our main character. We're bringing back the Zygarians, and they're going to be, enslaving this planet. And all of a sudden, all heck's going to break loose, and all these Jedi Knights and Padawans and Rey are going to materialize out of thin air, basically. And that's going to be our opening scene. And we talked about that so that we didn't have to do flashbacks or anything. We could set the movie up immediately by saying, time has passed. Of course, we haven't done a crawl yet. Molly's like, well, you can do a crawl. And I'm like, oh my gosh. We'll try. But yeah, so we'll show time has passed by the fact that Rey will be a little bit older. She's going to have 2 Jedi Knights. We decided one of them's going to be Broom Boy, who his name is Tamiri Blag, which I'll give Imperial Activity credit for that. He that one popped off his head. I just like calling him Broom Boy. And then a Twi'lek female Jedi Knight who I named Jesta Nota. I like that one. It's pretty good. Nice. She'll be, and those 2 are going to be some hanky panky, but we'll get into that. Anyways, and we're going to have some Padawans running around. They're going to do cool things. There's going to be everything we ever wanted to see, like bunch of Jedi throwing people around and saving the day and doing good things. And bam, the Jedi are back. But Mike, why are they at that planet in the first place, though? What are they searching for?
They are searching for artifacts, trying to recover all the lost artifacts from the Jedi Order, trying to rebuild the archives. So,
yeah, and then we've decided, you'll have to tell me, like, again, my brain is foggy. So if I say we decide something we haven't even talked about it, let me know. Because sometimes I have these conversations up here.
They never get out to the real world.
Yeah. So I'm trying to look at our notes here. We said we're saving Chewie and Gunji for later. Spoiler alert. Yep. And then after they do this big thing on this planet, which we haven't named, they're going to find, was it a book? What is it? Is it a map or something they're going to find?
Well, I guess
it's going to lead them.
Yeah. I think we talked about in the opening scene, the slavers are all there, but there's also that member of the Unkindness who is maybe working with the slavers or whatnot. And through him, it leads them to realize that this group is out there and this group is searching for these artifacts as well. So I was thinking after that, the main battle and whatnot, I think we need to get our first taste of maybe the main bad guy. And I was thinking that maybe this individual is a member of the new government, and he's been speaking out against Jedi and their unchecked power,
Because that went so well in the Acolyte. Yes, I think.
And maybe, well, I think that, I think that we wanted to explore that more. I don't think that was the bad part of the Acolyte.
No,
but I would say, like, I think we want to introduce this guy as just a member of the government, and maybe it's still held back that he's heading up the Unkindness, but just introduce him and bring out this the conflict between the government and the Jedi, maybe. And I was thinking everybody lamented in the first Star Wars, Darth Maul just never, such a cool character, but he was gone so quickly. Yes. What if our main bad guy here, what if he is a Dathomiri male who's joined the government? Bring in that character and give that sort of character a real arc, more than just a couple scenes and getting cut down.
Yeah, that would be cool. I like it. So he's working for the government, but he's really leading this group, the Unkindness. They're searching for the same stuff. Well, I guess our group doesn't know. Our Rey's group doesn't know what the Unkindness is searching for, and the Unkindness doesn't know what Rey's searching for. Group's searching for, but it'll come to a head on that planet. Things start to kind of unravel at that point, and they start to realize, hey, what's happening, right?
Mhm.
So
And another character I was thinking about bringing in too is um, there really aren't any old Jedi left that I can think of. I don't know what Jedi may have survived and made it to this age, but it would be good to have a cranky old Jedi that does want to maintain the old status quo. He wants the Jedi to be what they used to be. He wants this power just in the Jedi, just with the Jedi. Wants to stick to the old ways, and maybe Ray and her group, they don't have, there's nobody saying how they have to set up this order. So, she can do it however she wants. They don't have the rules and the
and
everything that the old Jedi had.
and I
It'd be
yeah.
nice if we could, either create a character or if there was somebody out there that we could bring in that is sort of a counterpoint to her, somebody who wants to maintain the old Jedi ways.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm trying to think of who that might be. I like this too though, because I feel like Rey's just searching for family, right? The whole first three movies that we see her in, it's all okay. She's been alone. That's kind of scarred her. She's waiting for her family. She wants this family. So I feel like this group, we've kind of narrowed it down to her as the Jedi Master. We've got the two Jedi Knights that, it's a show that time has passed. We've got some Padawans, but they're more of a family than really
Mhm.
an organized
Strict,
structure.
yeah,
Yeah,
strict
I mean, they
order.
know
Yeah.
that she's in charge, and it
Mhm.
kind of has that older brother sister vibe more than kind of the same thing that causes issues between Anakin and Kenobi, where he's not necessarily seen as the master. Sometimes he's seen as the big brother,
Mhm.
and that's we people talk about at length that like Anakin needed Qui-Gon to be a father figure, and
Yeah.
Obi-Wan wasn't ready for that. So I think like you're saying is like because of that relationship and things like that, that Jedi Order could be her new Jedi Order could be kind of more, oh, not fluid, but not just not as strict.
Just
Mace
right,
Windu
exactly.
would be rolling over in
Would
his
hate it.
grave.
Yes, he
He
would
would hate
hate
it
it.
because he hates everything. So, but yeah, and I like that, and I like where are they going to find this? Is this Jedi coming out of like when are we bringing this new guy, this new character? Can it be like a Bendu or some kind of like where are we?
Well,
How are we?
we talked about I'd love to get the Bendu involved at some point in some way. Just get, delving into more of the nature of the force and is the middle and good, bad, is there a neutrality in there? Um I'd love to get that in there, but I don't know where this old Jedi would come from. I don't know. I mean, I'd say he's got to show up at some point, and maybe I'm guessing we're you know working out of the temple on Coruscant. That's probably they've reestablished there. Probably that's where you're going to reestablish your order to begin with. Maybe, I mean, it could go anywhere, but maybe this is some old guy that's come from nowhere, and he's kind of in the background, whispering in Ray's ear and trying
Can
to
it be a
read.
Force ghost of someone?
You could. I mean,
I mean,
we're writing the story. It could be whatever we want.
yeah, I'm just saying, like, I don't know where we pull a Jedi that's been out of the loop,
Hmm.
unless it's a really old Cal Kestis, but he doesn't have any background. I mean, he has a little bit more
No.
background, but he's been on his
Yeah.
own since he was young as well. I
Yeah.
do want to show everybody. I was messing around Canva, and I started. So this is my there's my Jedi freeing people from. I don't.
Nice.
You get some weird stuff when you start messing with AI. Like I don't even know what's happening here. So, but it's kind of
Looks
fun.
like, yeah, cool.
So there's that. I have more for later on. I mean, I'm not real creative as far as I haven't used AI a ton, so we'll get to that. But yeah.
But yeah, I don't know where it would have to be. I mean, this Jedi would have to be a long-lived species, uh,
Well, I
that
mean, you could have
to
another.
to have been around that long. And I mean, heck, one of our earlier episodes was who survived Order 66, and
Yeah.
there's nobody of that age that survived. Now, of course, they just come up with things all the time. Maybe
Yeah.
we could come up with something on her own. You add to the backstory. This is guys there, but I don't know. It's just I just wanted to throw that out there as a potential, because I think after that, after the initial battle, they got to come back to the temple. They got to have the meetup with our government official who has a problem with the Jedi, and then we go from there. The whatever they found from the unkindness member, whatever clues or whatever, and they got to meet with their scholar guy and figure out where they're going to go from there. But
Yeah.
yeah. So I mean, that's something we can keep in the background. Maybe we add that character at some point. Maybe we don't need to.
All
But
right.
the next thing I was thinking is, once they figure out where they're going or whatever, I think it leads them to a planet where either they've discovered a new or discovered one of the old Jedi temples and are trying to bring it back, or they're trying to establish a new Jedi temple. And the perfect person to be out there in the universe establishing that temple would be Finn. Why don't we
Yeah,
bring back Finn?
that'd be all
You know?
right. He could be
Yeah.
out there.
And I mean, if Finn's still around, he's going to be probably the first, Rey's first pupil. So he'd probably be the farthest along. So he could be out in the world, trying to working on his own as a knight. Maybe he's reestablishing a temple on another planet or finding a temple somewhere. But I say, whatever information they find leads them to this planet, and we reintroduce Finn, and we have our little Indiana Jones moment where we meet Finn and we delve into this planet. And we try to find whatever it is we're looking for artifact wise.
Yeah, I typed in ancient city, overgrown, creatures in the dark in the background. This is what I got. So
Pretty
sorry,
cool.
folks. So yeah, so he could be there. This could be. I was kind of thinking like, yeah. I was thinking too, and I like where we're going. This is where we split Ray up from Tamiri, or what's his name? Not Tamiri. It's
Broom Boy.
from Broom Boy and Jesta, and those two are going to go off. They're going to go find Finn,
Mm-hmm.
and because they know where he's at, and then they're
Yeah.
going, and then Ray's going to go and deal with the political side of things, right? So she's kind of tied up,
Mm-hmm.
and just because that
Like it.
that
I
way
like
that
it.
pushes that story that you and I talked about with Broom Boy, because nobody
Yeah.
knows who his parents are, and I
Right.
looked that up. So he could be from any kind of background. He could be. We can make up whatever we want when it comes to his story. So I had a plan, possibly if
Cool.
it works. So,
Okay.
but yeah, so they go find crazy, Master Finn, and he is on that planet. And then what's going to happen from there? Let's stick with them for a little bit. What do we want, folks? What kind of adventures? What do we need? Is there going to be some kind of test that they have to go through? Because you think about this too, like if you think about like the test that uh, oh my God, the rebels, Kanan and Ezra go through in that temple, and they raise it up on Lothal, and
Mm-hmm.
Rey goes through herself, and this is our chance to get the Dagobah cave for
Mm-hmm.
us, and we can kind of get a glimpse of what may or may not occur by the end of the movie. Is what I'm
Nice. I like it.
so,
I like it.
but um, yeah,
But
so
yeah,
that's fun.
I'm thinking like sort of like any scene from Indiana Jones too, where the bad guys are lurking in the background,
Oh,
but the
okay.
Jedi have to go. The Jedi have to go and make it through all these tests, and it reveals, like you said, reveals something about themselves. What's lurking inside of Broom Boy's mind, and uh, they've got to make it through these trials and tests. They've got to find the artifact, and then of course the unkindness swoops in and tries to steal it from them,
Or does steal it from them,
or does. Ooh, I like that too.
because that sets off the second act or third act of
Hmm.
the movie already. Because then you've got Ray dealing with political nonsense, and she's sure she loves that because that's what she wants to do. She
Hmm.
wants to go
Doesn't
from
everyone?
solitude. Yeah. Um, so then they got to come back and kind of regroup. But yeah, I think that, and that can also we can also kind of establish that this group, the unkindness, is not to be trifled with, because they're going to beat up they're going to defeat Rey, or not Rey. They can defeat Finn, Jedi Knight, Jedi Master Finn, and 2 Jedi Knights. You know, we can come up with how they're going to do that. But if anyone has ideas on how they do that, that would be cool. Because, like I said, my brain hurts.
So a question here. We just reintroduced Finn. They go through all this, they find this thing, and it gets stolen away from them. There's got to be some sort of epic battle. Do we lose Finn already?
Oh, so soon.
I know.
How about it?
But you know how impactful it is.
Injury.
It's super impactful when you take out a main character. I'm not saying that I'm sold on it, that I'm 100% for it, but I like, man, that you start feeling the feels when somebody kills the main guy, you know,
We're
one of your
taking
main
this
guys.
dark quick.
Mm-hmm.
I guess we also talked about someone dying at the opening battle. Yeah, I mean, we could.
We could.
Woo-wee.
Yeah.
Come off Finn.
I mean, I'm not sure that I want
we paid
to.
him all that money to come back to Disney Star Wars, and we kill him off in this first scene. He gets 15 minutes.
He may not like this script.
He's not gonna be a happy camper.
So like I say, I'm not saying we have to kill Finn, but at some point,
who wants to kill Finn?
At some point, you do have to kill somebody, right?
Yes.
I mean, we lost Obi-Wan Kenobi in A New Hope, you know?
Yeah. I have a weird twist that I don't know if I want to say, but what if Broom Boy does it by accident because he, you know, they're in this cave. The unkindness has something that messes with them, sort of like how the not the same, but somehow they give them visions. It's like almost not the opposite of what the Nameless do to Jedi in the High Republic, but instead of like taking away from it, it warps what they see, and he ends up running through.
I like that. Yeah, because I think what we wanted was, it doesn't have to be this artifact per se. Like, there could be multiple artifacts that we're looking for throughout the trilogy. But I think what the unkindness is really looking for is some artifact that blocks the Jedi's power, because that's what they want. Is they want to take away the power from the Jedi. Yeah, neutralize the Jedi. But we can start off with an artifact like you're saying. Like, they find something that distorts
that could be any
things,
kind of Sith thing, because they wouldn't have the background or the knowledge to know what is Sith and what is not. I mean, it got Ezra hooked, you know, at the beginning of season 4 of Rebels. He's all in on that holocron, you know, showing him stuff, teaching him stuff, and he doesn't realize he's fallen. So yeah, I mean, I could feel like, you know, even that moment, is it Mailman, the Jedi, the Sith Lord that has that helmet. There's the thing in Visions. I think it was Visions where the helmet was possessed. No, that's in the that's in Shadow of the Sith, which I haven't finished either. Shadow of the Sith has his helmet that's possessed, I believe. Again, I haven't finished that one. That's next to my list. But yeah, it could be anything like that. It has Broom Boy, twist him up. He ends up running Finn through.
That could be really interesting.
And then that kind of could start Broom Boy on his descent. You know, because that's going to pull Jesta away from him, because she's going to be like, you killed Master Finn, because he doesn't have a last name. So, yeah.
Yeah, I like
Mailman was the on Mustafar, I believe, underneath the castle, I think. This stuff all blurs together, unfortunately.
It's a lot, especially when you only have a couple hours of sleep. It really gets blurry.
Yeah.
So crazy. I like where we're going here, but
you like killing Finn, so that's
established. We got to kill somebody. So this is what I'm getting at here. Okay, we got to kill. Either Finn's got to go, or we talked about this earlier. At some point, we're going to bring Chewie back into it.
No, it's Finn then.
That was pretty easy.
Yeah, you don't mess with Chewie. You don't mess with Wookiee. I
Well,
don't want to ever see a Wookiee die.
I don't want to see Chewie go either, but
It might
okay,
be time though.
at some point you really have to wipe the slate clean and move on with just the newer characters, right? I mean,
Yeah,
even
I mean, I'm hoping that these two characters, these two younger kids, are strong enough. We build that up. I mean, I don't want to just do it. I'm not one of those ones. This is a slow burn. Is it? Yep, Vader's castle. Can't kill brother. Tahu. I know. But you would be sad, and it would make you not like Broom Boy.
right.
That's for the point. Plus, if it's between Chewie and Finn gotta go. I'm sorry, folks. I'm putting my foot down. Although Chewie does have to die eventually. I mean, he can't live
Yeah,
forever.
that's
But I
what I'm
like to see him
saying.
go out. How do you want to fit Chewie to die though? Going out and saving the good guys, or just as an old Wookiee?
Well, I don't know. We can get to that because I mean, really, I would like to see Finn make it. I
Oh, so we
would.
didn't
I,
kill
I
Chewie.
like the idea. I mean, your idea is great, but we could also, I don't know, just Finn losing kind of fits with this character too. Just them losing that battle and losing whatever, losing that artifact to the unkindness, and nobody has to die there. But if, like you said, if we don't kill Finn there, then somebody's got to die later. And I'll tell you, like, I'm I'm envisioning this whole like episode 10 ending on Kashyyyk. Like somehow they end up on Kashyyyk, and we meet Chewie. Chewie's gone and retired to Kashyyyk. He is an old Wookiee, and that's when we have our meeting with Genji again and whatnot. But I do want to kill an important character. I do.
Oh my
I
goodness.
it makes it's so much more impactful. The
It
story, like,
is. You're right. I hate to see it, but yeah, let's kill Chewie. I can't believe we're doing this.
I know, but
And we're
I
really
mean,
gonna do it. We're not J.J. Abramsing this nonsense. If we kill someone, they staying dead.
right. I mean, my headphones match my hat. I guess these are my son's headphones, his gaming headphones. I don't have my own rig, so I just borrow this stuff.
Maybe Santa will bring you one.
Maybe. I think the kids have definitely noticed that I like doing these things every Tuesday, so there might be some podcasting equipment under the tree
Nice.
this year.
Nice. Nice. Oh, my mom
So,
just found out you're on the show, by the way. She's very
mm.
excited. So so Wheezy says hi.
Hi. I love running into your mom.
Yeah.
She's
Well,
awesome.
she's a damn saint.
She is. My God, she is.
We're not killing her, Mike. We're
No, no,
not
no, no,
killing her.
no, not a
All
chance.
right. All right. So this is at the end, though, right? So we have some time before we get to kill Chewie.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So
So I guess the question is, does Finn live? I think he
yeah, I
does.
think
I
we
love
need
your
some
idea.
legacy characters, man. Even if he
Hmm.
like goes away for a while,
Yeah,
he goes and whatever. I mean, the poor guy spent most of, I mean, he spent all that time, that gap between, I don't know how long it was. Was it a year in between? Or is it a day?
yeah.
I can't remember.
I don't know, but
Um,
I love your idea, but I do think in the end it's got to be, yes,
he could
it's
run
got to
them
be Chewie.
through.
It's got to be Chewie, just like it
Room,
was.
Room Boy still runs Finn through, though. And he has
Okay.
to heal from that because, we know we can heal from lightsabers unless you're
Yeah.
quite Jin.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I like that. Yeah. Because I mean, I think that's important that
Yeah, we got to set that.
Broom Boy has to do something evil, something terrible. And yeah, maybe it puts Finn out for the rest of this movie, but he'll be back in episode 11.
There we go.
Okay. I think we made some progress. All right. So we've, they've lost it. They've lost their, the artifacts they've been looking for. They've, seriously maimed Finn. They got to limp back to Coruscant and meet up with Rey. And where do we go from there?
So we need to kind of focus on that political battle then a little bit, right? So I say
I
that the
guess so.
I feel like the unkindness in their leader, which we need to give a name,
Mhm.
but we'll get there. Like I said, we're not finishing this movie
Nope.
tonight. I gotta write all this crap down too.
Yep.
So she's got to be dealing with stuff. I feel like they bring up the I want them to bring up Master Soul and what happens when
Okay.
Jedi's run unchecked. That's bringing the acolyte into
Mm,
this a little bit, right?
okay.
So they bring up this history of like some bad things that have happened with the Jedi.
Mm,
Master Soul could be one. So we all know that's a huge misunderstanding, but as it went down in the archives, it looks like
mhm.
Master Soul just went off the rails.
Rogue Jedi.
Yeah, Rogue Jedi and did all kinds of bad things. And then they can also talk about Order 66. There's still backlash because not everyone's going to believe that. What does everyone believe? I'm trying to think of the book where Leia finds out Bloodlines. I think we're like, that's the problem is you read these books and you don't take notes. But they're dealing with the aftermath when everyone finds out like Vader's her dad and all this stuff. But like the clones and stuff figure it out, and Ahsoka and them find out that like there was a chip in the clones' heads. But
Mhm.
what if that is not well known or whatever at this point because it's been a while, and they're just kind of clouding that information. So things are starting to look bad for the Jedi. Maybe they're not getting funded, or I don't know if they need funded or not. But something we got to do something where they're trying to like control them a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, and kind of force them into a position where they're almost like Dark Knight-esque, where they're not the bad guys, but they're going to have to move around not as freely as they would in anything we've seen before. So like
Right.
they're going to be like kind of having to disguise and use their powers a little bit less, and then we can, I don't know.
So like, so they're trying like they're trying to reestablish their temples and whatnot, but now these are our politician is gaining some momentum, and people
Yeah,
are have a little bit of a backlash, have a little bit of bad feeling about the Jedi, and maybe the Jedi they're so close to taking that step to reestablishing things and whatnot. Now they're back on the run a bit.
I think we do some kind of like, I hate to get real world political, but you know how easy it is to get people worked up into a frenzy. You show some
Mhm.
footage, you show this, you show whatever. You can have some doctored stuff and
Mhm.
recreation of, you
Blame
know,
all your problems on the Jedi.
yeah. So the Jedi are the bad guys. We don't want another Order 66. We don't like it's their fault that the Emperor took over in the first place, kind of deal. And just
Mhm.
like this madness that's like raging on the people, um, so that it makes things a lot. Because this can't just be something that's like just reestablished. Boom, it's done. I feel
Yeah.
like we're gonna have to fight this, even
Mhm.
even if it goes all the way through 3 movies, and at the end it's still a little hairy. Um, but I think it's important because if they can just roam around freely and they have everything they need, that's going to be a little boring.
Yeah.
Need to
No, I'm
have
with you.
to sneak
Yeah.
around. They had to have people because this is when we can introduce like side characters, people loyal to the Jedi. You could even bring back
Mhm.
the Santekas if you wanted, the
Mhm.
Santeka family, and be like, hey, what do you guys need? We'll do stuff. You could bring back whatever. You could have some distant relative of Bail Organa who wasn't on Alderaan, who actually still has money because he has a whole case of Alderanian wine and he sold it and now he's rich beyond imagining. Um, like we have all kinds
Yeah.
of potentials to have people trying to help them
Mhm.
out, even,
Yeah.
but they can't. I feel like they shouldn't. It should look bad for them. Like we want to build this momentum up against them, so like everything Ray's trying to establish it's getting beat back down and people
Yeah.
aren't necessarily trust because the Jedi are going to have to earn the trust. So like by the end of these 3 movies, they've earned the people's trust because they're going to save the
Save
universe.
them. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So
like it. I
that's
like
where
it.
I'm at. So you have
Okay.
two
So
really big storylines happening
yeah.
simultaneously because and then
Mhm.
Ray's going to have to deal with all this craziness. She's now the Council of One
Mhm.
and she doesn't have any experience. So then I think this is a perfect time for a Force Ghost or someone to show up.
Who do you want? Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, Master Yoda is my initial go-to. He's
Yeah, Yoda would be
he's
cool.
the most brilliant of them all. Like he's dealt with everything. He's got just the right thing to say in every situation. But yeah, I mean, who else maybe has dealt with similar things? I don't. Gosh, you could bring back just about anybody.
Anybody have a preference out there in the chat? Which you can let us know over on Instagram as well. I know sorry we haven't said it too much about you guys over there, but if you have a Jedi, former Jedi, and it can be anybody. Well, it's got to be post Qui-Gon Jinn because no one else knew how to bring themselves back unless they can teach
Right.
people later on.
Yeah, Qui-Gon in the afterlife, he could just be teaching everybody.
You'd be like, yo, 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 class time, everybody come in.
There's a whole nother Jedi Order on the other side.
On the other side, oh, we could get into a whole good versus evil on that side of things.
Ooh.
Crazy town. That could be a spin-off series.
Yeah.
So, man, hang on. Let me consult the book.
The book.
Let's see. Jedi. I think they have them separated that way. Nope, they have them alphabetical. It's gonna be someone like everyone's gonna recognize, but it could be different. I mean, I guess we could say,
is it Luke? Maybe Luke.
Yeah, it could be Luke. Is Mark Hamill tired of being in Star Wars?
It doesn't matter. AI. It just recreate him, pay him enough money, and it's going to be a shaky ghost hologram sort of deal anyways. So,
I think the one person, and I fear to say this for backlash of, two people that are watching, but what if it's Ben? What if it's Ben Solo?
Ben Solo.
Because, I mean, they had that connection. That doesn't scream yay to me. Like, I'm not like, ooh, Ben Solo.
Yeah.
Palpatine. The Phantom fanboy says Mrs. Palpatine. So I'm not sure how that'll work.
I don't know if Ben has
the experience,
any pertinent information that's going to help in this situation.
Yeah.
I mean, he wasn't.
I know. I'm
he
trying
was,
to think of people
I
he's
like
had
that idea.
relationships with.
Yeah.
It's weird for just to pull like some random like Eth Koth. Like, why would that or Evan Peel? Why would we bring them back? Like, it's got to be someone that has some kind of calling to her. I don't know. And I can't find anyone. Is Grogu still alive in this?
You would think so.
So where is he at this whole time? Oh man,
that is a good question. That is a good question.
Oh boy,
because
Mandalore, is he a Jedi? Maybe we can say he went the Mandalorian route and he's just using. We can bring him in movie 2 or 3. How about that? We'll deal with him later.
You have to bring in the Filoni verse, don't you?
I think so.
Yeah, because I mean that's where this is all headed. And would Ahsoka still be alive?
That depends on how the Filoni universe plays its out. Zombie Shmi Skywalker. Yeah. I don't know. Ahsoka could be Kenobi because Kenobi spoke to her in The Force Awakens. She heard his voice. These are your first steps or whatever. There's a boatload of Jedi that talked to her in The Rise of Skywalker. This would be a cool place for Kanan Jarrus to show up because he struggled. With everything, and you could bring in Freddie Prince.
Yeah,
that'd be all right. And I knew you'd like that. You're like, look at that,
look
at that smile, everyone. Kanan, he's beaming.
I do like that.
Mike kills my favorite Wookiee, but I bring in his Jedi. So
we haven't killed him yet.
Yeah,
it's in the end.
You said. So Grogu is running.
He's an old Wookiee.
He's just so awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we got to find our way to an end here. I like the idea of the Jedi got to go underground a bit. Like you said, we meet some crazy characters.
A cool
Somebody's got
escape.
to somebody's got to keep the Falcon running. You know what I mean? Some wacky tech person that can mechanic sort that can keep the Falcon going, and um, just some other, like you said, maybe some benefactors, some crazy rich benefactors, and things like that as they make their way across the galaxy. But to me, I mean, we'll fill in all the details at some point here. But I think it's all has this all has to lead to Kashyyyk, because
Well, let's
I
say
have
this.
this vision.
All right,
Go
go ahead.
ahead.
I have an idea, but yeah,
Okay. Well, I have this vision of them on Kashyyyk. We bring back Chewie in some way. Maybe Chewie's just dying. I don't know. Maybe we don't have to kill him. Maybe he's just dying like Yoda died.
he is like 4,000 years old. So
Hmm.
I mean, he's
So I don't
190.
know. We definitely I definitely want to bring him back. We definitely got to introduce him, but we definitely have to wind that character down. But also on Kashyyyk, I have this vision that Gunji's been living there ever since Order 66. He escaped to Kashyyyk and he's living there underground, and he is bringing back the Jedi Order on Kashyyyk. And at some point you have to have a final battle. How awesome would the final battle be with a dozen or more Wookiee Jedi, sabers blazing, just going to town? Like,
That'd be all right.
yes, this is what I envision for the end,
The
and
end
it
of
does.
episode of 10.
Hmm.
All right.
It
Get
has
any
to.
them.
It ends on Kashyyyk, and with Gunji and his boys.
All right. I like it. I feel like we get them there. So we get back, things slow down a little bit. Um, they're
I mean,
dealing
the
with,
unkindness has to end up there too. So
yeah.
there's got to be something there that they're looking for or whatever. But
Well, I think they've got the Jedis. I mean, there's only a handful of them. They got them on the run, so they want to wipe them out.
hmm
And so I think that we have this big escape scene from Coruscant, where they escaping and people are helping them, and they're fighting their way out. They've or something, and then and they're like, well, we got to go somewhere. And of course, Rey's, I mean, she doesn't know that many people, so she's like, let's go to Kashyyyk.
hmm
They'll hide us for a while, and then they
hmm
get there, and that could bring in the bad guys. Phantom fanboy says Luke comes back possibly. Rey has to turn evil. All right, it needs to be synthetics of the thesis, the old trilogy, and the antithesis of the prequel trilogy. And then fanboy says all that saber and burnt Wookiee hair. So yeah, that could be messy, but for sure. Oof. Wet dog smell plus burnt hair, so that's not good. But yeah, so I think I like where we're going. We got to figure out a way. Something could be there too, like something could be
Yeah,
on the
I mean
cheap.
it is a jungle planet. Like it, it could be hiding all kinds of secrets, and I think maybe the Wookiees just aren't too happy with the new government and whatnot, because like maybe they just haven't gotten the respect and they haven't gotten the support that they need. You know what I mean? Like the
Yeah,
Empire enslaved them, and ever since then,
it could be
nobody's
isolationist.
nobody's come to make amends. Nobody's come to lend assistance, even though the Wookiees have lent their assistance to the rebellion. So yeah,
Yeah,
maybe they are a more of an isolationist planet now, and like I said, maybe Gunji he's raised his own Jedi Order on Kashyyyk.
yeah, could be. I like it. So, and then it gets there, and we have to have some battle there, but I think we need to think about that a little bit. But I like what we got. So we got the cool
Yeah,
opening scene. We got the
we got to
introduction
get
of
a
the
space
kindness.
battle in here somewhere too. There's got to
Mhm.
be a big epic space battle at some point. It is Star Wars,
All right, it's Star Wars. I mean, that
so
could be
these.
that could be getting out of Coruscant. That could
Yeah,
it
yeah.
transitions from the ground into
Mhm,
space, getting past the blockades. People give themselves up for the free the Jedi, like their blockade run to get them out of there
mhm.
or something like that. I don't know.
So I think we've got a solid beginning. We've got a solid plot line. We have some great characters interjected here. We got a great making of a final scene. I think we just need to fill in the details.
There we
We
go.
need to, some character names, really establish some of these characters, and fill
Well, we
in.
need to give our bad guy the politician and
He needs a name.
some members of the unkindness. We need that, like you said, the tech person needs it. We need to name some of the little Padawans, give them some species and things like that. Would be cool.
Yeah.
So I think that's pretty good stuff.
Yeah, man. I'm
But,
digging it.
yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. So, all right.
I'm still waiting for Disney to call. Maybe they just haven't found it yet.
We will send this link to them. They'll be like, "Whoa, we can't handle how good this is. Stop it. Stop it right now, you guys. Are you Disney shills or what?" And we're like, "Yeah, Disney shills for life." So
I'll take the money.
All right. I like it. I like where we're at. So we got a good baseline. We got to fill in some details. Yeah, this is going to go on hold for a while.
Yeah, we have many weeks now to think about this.
Yeah. All right. Cool. All right, folks. Thank you guys for your help tonight.
Yeah.
If you have cool names or suggestions for names or characters, for the unkindness or some of the Jedi that we're going to be dealing with, let us know. And then next week we will start the Skeleton Crew review because I haven't come up with a better name yet. And we don't know if we're doing that Monday or Tuesday yet. Remember, it does come out on Tuesday or comes out on Monday. For Mike, it'll be at 9 o'clock. For me, it'll be 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock Mountain, 6 o'clock Pacific. And we will get it all sorted. We'll let you guys know what we're doing. And I think that might be it for the evening.
I think so.
I need some sleep. So, all right. Well, have a great week, Mike.
You too, buddy.
Now.
Get some rest.
I get a later practice in the afternoon.
I'm actually off tomorrow too. So
nice.
Yep, tomorrow and Wednesday, and then it'll be a heck of a weekend. But
there you go.
We'll deal with that after the turkey.
Sounds good.
Yes,
brother. All right, Tahu, we'll see you later. Imperial, we'll see you later if you're still on here. There's 2 people on here. I'm assuming it's you guys. Dad Vader, TR, thank you, Phantom Fanboy, for joining us tonight. Everyone over there on Instagram. Fun nights. This is pretty fun. I mean, I was kind of worried that we weren't like, but yeah, we have 2 active imaginations. So perfect.
Yeah, buddy.
But anyways, for all of us, we have spoken. We'll see you guys sometime next week.